President William Ruto is in total panic after the recent research indicated shocking details about Sifuna's influence in Kenya. Welcome to Kenya Lens Media, where we bring you news updates as they break. And kindly, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, a growing political storm is now shaking the Orange Democratic Movement. A new survey is exposing deep divisions inside ODM and signaling a major shift in the party's grassroots support ahead of the 2027 general election. A fresh opinion survey by Trends and Insights for Africa, commonly known as TIFA, is now revealing a widening political divide within the Orange Democratic Movement. The findings show overwhelming support for the Linda Mwananchi faction linked to Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna, dealing a significant political blow to rival Linda ground camp associated with Oburu Odinga. According to the survey released on Thursday, May 14, 2026, 73% of the ODM supporters now back the Linda Mwananchi movement. Only 24% support the Linda ground faction, and this is a blow to President William Ruto, who has banked so much on Linda ground faction. 3% say they remain undecided, and now the numbers are now painting a clear picture of the ODM support base, increasingly demanding a stronger and also more confrontational opposition approach against President William Ruto's administration. The survey suggests that many ODM supporters are becoming uncomfortable with leaders perceived to be moving closer to the government. TIFA says the findings point to growing grassroots support for leaders viewed as defending ordinary citizens and also holding the government accountable. The report also indicates that many supporters now prefer a more independent opposition movement ahead of the political cooperation with the Kenya Kwanza administration. The results are expected to deepen existing tensions within ODM at a critical political moment for the party. For months, divisions inside the opposition outfit have continued to grow over one key question: and should ODM work closely with the government or remain firmly in opposition ahead of the 2027 presidential race? That debate is now becoming sharper, and the latest members appear to show where the majority of ODM supporters are standing. And the Linda Mwananchi faction, associated with Sifuna, James Orengo, Godfrey Ososi, has been steadily building momentum through aggressive grassroots campaigns and also issue-driven politics. The movement has focused heavily on frustrations facing ordinary citizens, especially unemployed youth, struggling families, and communities that feel economically left behind. Its messaging appears to resonate strongly at a time when millions of young voters are increasingly shaping Kenya's political future. Kenya's growing Gen Z voting bloc is expected to play a decisive role in the 2027 election, and many young people remain frustrated by the high cost of living, unemployment, economic pressure, and also concerns surrounding alleged abductions and also killings witnessed during recent protests. Political analysts also say these frustrations are creating fertile ground for leaders promising accountability and also direct engagement with Wananchi. The Linda Mwananchi movement has strategically positioned itself within the political space, unlike the Linda ground camp, which critics accuse of leaning towards political accommodation with the government, and the Sifuna-led faction has branded itself as the voice of resistance. A voice focused on public accountability and a voice speaking directly to local grievances affecting ordinary citizens, and that strategy has become increasingly visible during rallies held across different parts of the country. From Kitengela to Kakamega, from Kisumu to Narok, and more recently in Mombasa. The movement has expanded its national visibility while pushing messages centered on economic exclusion, governance, youth empowerment, and also social justice. During a recent rally in Tononoka, Mombasa, Sifuna turned attention to historical land injustices at the coast, and the Nairobi senator criticized the handling of land ownership disputes and questioned the continued existence of absentee landlord systems affecting many coastal families. He argued that fragmented title deeds alone could not resolve long-standing land problems facing local communities. Instead, he called for redistribution efforts that would benefit young people who continue to struggle with access to land and also economic opportunities. The message appeared to resonate strongly among sections of coastal residents who have repeatedly raised concerns over land ownership and also economic exclusion. Observers say the faction's ability to connect national politics with the local frustrations is helping expand its support beyond traditional ODM strongholds. And at the same time, the movement's organizers insist their popularity is continuing to grow with every public engagement. Godfrey Ososi, who is expected to lead the movement secretariat, say the group is receiving strong support from Kenyans across different regions and also social groups. And according to Ososi, the movement's messaging is becoming more refined as more professionals and also political strategists join the initiative. He says the level of public goodwill being witnessed is unlike anything he has seen in recent years, and Ososi has compared the growing momentum to the political wave that swept the NARC coalition into power in 2002. The comparison reflects the confidence now emerging within the Linda Mwananchi camp as it appears and also prepares the political battles ahead. Meanwhile, Siaya Governor James Orengo has continued framing the movement as part of the broader long-term political struggle heading into 2027. Orengo has repeatedly urged supporters to prepare early for the next election cycle, and he has called on Wananchi to register as voters and remain politically active in the coming months. The veteran politician says the battle for political power will not begin in 2027, and according to him, it has already started. During recent public engagements, Orengo also stressed the importance of protecting the integrity of the electoral process. He vowed that opposition supporters would maintain strong nationwide vigilance and also during the next elections. His remarks reflected growing opposition concerns about electoral accountability, public trust in democratic institutions. The TIFA survey is now expected to strengthen the confidence of the Linda Mwananchi movement even further. The numbers could also increase pressure on ODM leaders advocating closer cooperation with President Ruto's administration, and inside the party, the findings are likely to trigger difficult political conversations over strategy, identity, and leadership direction. Some ODM leaders believe working with the government could create stability and secure development opportunities for their regions. Others argue that such cooperation risks weakening the party's opposition identity and also alienating frustrated supporters demanding stronger resistance politics. That ideological divide is now becoming harder to ignore, and even so, leaders allied to President William Ruto, figures associated with the Linda ground camp, continue to dismiss claims of rebellion inside ODM. And now they insist that the party remains united despite growing internal disagreements. But political observers say that the latest survey results tell the different story. The numbers suggest ODM supporters are increasingly rallying behind leaders perceived as independent, vocal, willing to challenge government policies directly, and with the support for the Linda Mwananchi faction now standing at nearly 3 times that of its rival camp, the balance of political influence inside ODM may already be shifting. For now, the battle over ODM's future direction is far from over, but as the road to 2027 slowly begins taking shape, the struggle for the soul of Kenya's largest opposition party is becoming clearer and increasingly difficult to contain. As Kenya's political landscape continues to evolve, the growing divide inside ODM may not only define the future of the party, but also shape the nature of opposition politics heading into the next general election. That is all for today from Kenya Lens Media. We will bring you news updates as they break. Kindly, if you're new here, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing our content.